Hey guys, Luke here and welcome back to Season 2, Episode 15 on my West Tigers Rugby League Live 3, Career Mode, Coach Mode, Manager Mode, whatever we're calling it. Now in this episode we're taking on the Penrith Panthers and the Brisbane Broncos, so really tough fixtures in my opinion. Obviously, Panthers, if you've played this game, you know they're a really good side, and I believe they actually won the premiership last season, so we've got to watch out for them, definitely. We know Moylan, they've got Soward and that sort of stuff. Both their wingers very, very good. Centre Jamal Idris is nearly unstoppable. Lewis Brown, I'm very well aware that he's very good, and looks like Soward actually isn't playing, so Will Smith, he's there, but you know, a very, very strong side nonetheless. I don't think they lose too much, to be honest. But they got Sam Parrott on the bench, which was a little bit funny, but our side just pretty stock standard. And I've got to say, second game is against Broncos as well, so two pretty important clashes in terms of where we're going to finish at the end of the year. If we win these ones, come out unscathed, you know, we're going to go a long way to getting the minor premiership, finishing first. But you know, there's a good chance we could drop points here against Panthers, and we just got to make sure we play smart. And we are going to open the scoring. Maybe here with Chris Lawrence, he does get tackled, but he dragged his way over the line, scores a try, and that's what Chris Lawrence is good at, just finishing off those tries. Doesn't really score too many tries where he just like starts himself or runs the length of the field or anything, but he's good at finishing those ones. He's got pretty good strength, so pretty happy with Chris Lawrence. And there is a charge down here. I don't know if it was an official charge down, but the ball was kicked into him, so more field position for us. And we launch up a huge bomb there with Luke Brooks. Tim Simona doesn't get under it, and it was Wateni Zelezniak who caught the ball, so a little bit annoying in terms of we couldn't catch the bomb after me talking myself up at catching all these bombs. But there was a sim in here, Jeremy Lattimore, who has been on the podcast, The Locker Room. Go check that out if you haven't seen it, with Denham Kemp. He's actually been on there, as well as a few other Penrith players. Yeah, he got sim in, so bad stuff there by Jeremy Lattimore, and we haven't really taken advantage of it fully. We took the shot at goal, obviously we got the shot at goal, it was all good, and but the thing is, we didn't take advantage of it fully. We didn't score another try. In fact, the Panthers actually scored a try. Seguiaro did go to the video ref, but there was no doubting that it was a try. And Matt Moylan, who's a goal kicker for this game, obviously Soward not playing. I don't know if he's in the team or in the squad or if he's at another club, but you know, it's irrelevant. Matt Moylan, he kicks the goals. So 8-6 at half time. I can't say it's a unfair scoreline. We should be in front by any more or anything, because Panthers have been playing pretty well, I've got to say. And right here, Lewis Brown, I think, is one who catches the ball, and he's away, and Tedesco's the only one who can stop him. Can he get to him? Yes, he can. We actually time it right this time. It's been a little while since we come up with one of those try savers, but the thing is, we did give away a penalty that leaves Moylan with a shot from about 30 out, and they slot it straight over. Pretty simple stuff there, and they're following our route in taking the shot at goal when it's available, and it's working out pretty well for them. They level the game, and right here, come up with a pretty big tackle, pretty important tackle in my opinion. I think it was maybe on Sikamana or someone, but right here, Kevin Aguama is going to race away and score. Now, what happened there is the ball got just thrown to him, and the reason that we sort of stopped for a little bit is because it kind of takes a little bit to digest that you've actually got the ball. It's like, oh shit, I've got the ball. Now what do I do with it? I didn't know whether to try and cut in field or just turn around and run, and obviously we decided to just turn around and run, and there was nobody in front of us, so that was quite good. But if you're playing on a different camera angle, which a lot of people seem to do, I don't think this is a very popular camera angle. You might notice, like when you catch an intercept, obviously you play around sideways for a bit or whatever, because the game's just a bit weird in terms of it doesn't pause the game, whatever, when it swaps sides and that sort of stuff. So I'm not sure how well people are intercepts on different camera angles, but I'm pretty good on this one. You're pretty sweet, pretty good to go. Moylan ended up scoring a try, just backing up. I think it was Lewis Brown once again, causing a lot of havoc in that left centre position. Our right is up against Tim Simona, and just another palm off. This is Lewis Brown actually on the ball. He didn't palm the ball, but they did cause a line break, and it was all even. But that error from then leads us to a chance, and we slot the field goal. 80th minute, Curtis Sirinen, he wins us the game. Another field goal, another win for us, and man, I was so happy to get through that game. I thought we had blown it. I thought for sure once Moylan had scored that try, I was like, shit, we just lost that game. We shouldn't have been losing that game. But we did get away with it. We got very, very, very lucky that pass, was an intercept at the end there. But we did pretty well to not panic and realise we had time with the clock, sort of get close enough to at least have an attempt. And obviously Sirinen, not a renowned field goal specialist, but on this game he's pretty good, and field goals aren't that difficult. So yeah, you got to kick them when you have the opportunity, because the computer, they will slot them from 35 out. Don't worry about that. Now, we got away with the harder game of the two, in my opinion, out of this out of this episode. But we're taking on the Broncos, who this game looks to be full strength. They do have Ben Hunt back in the side, and didn't look to be Jonathan Wright in the centres as well. So pretty good news for Broncos fans. Looks like they're a little bit more switched on, a little bit more prepared for this game. They know what's to be expected. We know what's to be expected as well, because last game they came out and ambushed us at the start. We ended up flogging them in the end. And Broncos overall, in terms of last season as well, we haven't had too much trouble. I think we've won most of the games against them, but at the same time, we've got to be very wary of them. And we pick up an intercept here. Chris Lawrence, obviously a bit lucky here, but he's going to race away, and he's going to score first try of the game. And see there, the crowd going a little bit crazy just there. And we do have a very, very strong wind behind us, so we've got to take advantage of this first half, because we know the Broncos will take advantage of it in the second half. To be plenty of 40-20 attempts, you would think, and we just got to play a smart game. And by playing smart game, I don't mean throwing near intercepts right near your try line leading to tries most likely. So we got fortunate they dropped the ball, but that's just absolute stupidity just there from us. And thankfully Broncos had a little bit of stupidity of their own, and we end up getting the ball. And we're going to get a repeat set. Chris Lawrence, he makes the tackle on whoever the left centre is for the Broncos. See right here, just good work by Tedesco getting off the offload, and that was a great little pick up there. I'm not sure who it was picked it up. I think it was Alex Glenn playing against his old club, and he ends up getting the last pass off to Chris Lawrence. He scores his second try of the game, just stepping back inside, and Chris Lawrence had a very good game, but Tedesco sort of made that one. I wouldn't advise you to come up with an offload all the time in that sort of situation. It's not a very smart play in my opinion, but a bit of an extended highlight just here. We showed that we just got the ball back from, I think it was like a dead ball line or something like that, but we do end up, they kicked it dead I should say. We end up winning a penalty, which is the main part that I wanted to show you. And right here, we do throw a late pass there. Tedesco, I was going to throw the dummy, threw it last minute. It wasn't going to go to the wrong person, but thankfully Chris Lawrence jumped up, he grabbed the ball, and he put it down, scoring his third try of the game. Curtis Sirenen couldn't kick the goal, so it is 16-0 at half time, but we're in the pole position to go and win this game. But that is not a good way to start the second half. Obviously, our first set with the ball, and we drop it with Aaron Woods, and that's why you don't want to pass the ball around like that, because you'll drop the ball more likely than not. And we got pretty fortunate that we scored the try from it. In hindsight, probably shouldn't have thrown it, just try to be a bit more patient with it, but we did end up scoring, so it's all okay. But obviously we're on the receiving end of drop ball then, which didn't work out that well. Shows you go from the highs of the highs from that play to the worst of the worst, and that's conceding a try. Anthony Milford it was, and see here, it sort of changed momentum a little bit, not too much, but it just shows you Broncos, they had a little bit of a sniff to come back into the game. So 16-6, there's less than 10 minutes to go. They're attacking pretty well, just sort of throwing it around a little bit. But you see here, I think it's Darius Boyd, or I don't know who it was, Matt Gillett, Jared Wallace actually who it was. He just goes straight for a gap there, just bumps off Tedesco, and it is, it's on. It's definitely on this game. We're in danger of losing this one big time, and we got away with that Panthers one. Can we get away with this one? 16-12 is the scoreline. Just going to run down the clock. So this is the last play of the game. Luke Brooks will launch up a bomb. I don't know if I noticed what the time actually was, but the Broncos, they take the bomb and just spamming their buttons, ended up skipping the little animation of them walking off the field, celebrating, that sort of stuff. So just had to bear with that. And 16-12, Chris Lawrence, man of the match, picked up a hat-trick. I think for sure was the man of the match in my opinion in that game. And with that, it looks like the Rabbitohs didn't drop points, but the Dragons did, extending our lead to I think it was 4 points. So 6 points, in fact. They lost both games this episode, so good stuff there. And looks like we're well and truly going to get the minor premiership, in my opinion. And that's where we're going to leave the episode. Hopefully you did enjoy it. If you can leave a like, be very much appreciated. Subscribe to my channel, also very much appreciated. And follow me on Twitter at Mr. Luke and YT. Facebook page in the description below. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.